I'm a police officer.
Crazy stuff here, folks. You can't make this up because this crazy state of California, of course, I shouldn't bash it too much. There's actually a lot of people in California that listen to the show. I've been looking at the numbers. That's where the biggest numbers for the podcast are, is coming out of California, surprisingly. But California City proposes giving cash to violent gang members not to commit shootings. What? Huh? Did we hear that right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Why would you do that? So after a 3-2 vote at a Thursday city council meeting, the local government of Fresno is set to authorize city leaders such as Mayor Lee Brand and Fresno Police Chief Jerry Dyer to determine whether the Advanced Peace Program should be implemented. If city officials determine that the program is viable, it could be budgeted up to $200,000 in taxpayer dollars to dole out to gang members as a supposed deterrent against committing shootings and other violent crimes. What the hell?
No.
Fresno will not be the first city in California to implement such a program. Well, that's a surprise. The city of Richmond is where the Advanced Peace Program debuted and has since spread to Sacramento and Stockton. Richmond gives gang members who claim they have given up violence $300 to $1,000 per month.
Slowly but surely, it's all happening.
There's no data showing these programs are effective in combating crime, but that hasn't stopped liberal cities throughout California from pushing them away. This is like the definition, folks, of a what's the word? I just had it on my head and I forgot about it. It just left my head. Anyway, $300 to $1,000 per month. Oh, please don't shoot us, a liberal city in California. Here's $1,000 not to do it. Oh, you better pay us more next month. It's not going to be enough. Mafia, that's the word I was looking for. This is like a mafia thing because it's like you're paying them not to destroy. So if you got they had a business, you better be careful with crime around here. If you don't pay us money to protect your business, they would have to pay them this money to not have stuff happen. But of course, they were the ones creating stuff happening. All of that, folks. This is beyond crazy town when you say, let's just pay violent gang members not to commit shootings. Let's not discipline them or lock them up or deport them or whatever they need to do. Oh my God, that's not very liberal. Let's just pay them some money and maybe they'll go away. It's like, it's not spanking your child after they do wrong. Oh, you're rewarding us, so we want to do it more. So you're paying us $1,000 not to cause violence. Maybe we can get more if we cause some violence. Say you got to pay us more. See, it just never ends instead of just stopping it in its tracks. But this is crazy town of liberalism, folks. And I know people can't handle that. But it's beyond crazy on that left side. Kind of funny, I had a person email me and said, is that right? You're a Trump supporter? I've been subscribed to you. Are you a Trump supporter? I was like, I can't speak for the other hosts, but yeah, I am. Oh, okay, thanks. I'm unsubscribing. It's like, all right, cool, man. He's a president that actually did something ever in my lifetime. Granted, I wish he was more hardcore on the IRS, Federal Reserve, knocking those down, bringing out free technology, but he's making more progress than any other president from my point of view. Now, if you're a elitist, I suppose he's deprogressing for you. So that leads me into my next article very nicely now, because we had the one side. Now here's the other side. New York man faces felony charges for defending his home. You're a law-abiding citizen. You can't do that. A 64-year-old man in New York is facing criminal charges simply for defending his home. Ronald fired on and killed two robbers, a 57 and 27-year-old, after they broke into his house, not only saved his own life, but also kept his house from being robbed. Yet according to police reports, he has been charged with the felony possession of an illegal handgun. He used his deceased father's gun, which was never registered under his name, to kill the suspected robbers. Again, folks, you protected yourself. Oh, wait a minute. This ain't registered. What? That's why we got to get rid of this whole, it's a tool. We got to treat it like a knife. Yeah, I suppose you can't let, any shop go up there and let anybody, let people that are mentally ill buy these things. But the way this is being done, this guy is obviously trained. He knows what he's doing. He saved himself. And now it's like all this stupid political talk stuff that just screws the country up. I would love it to have national-wide carry, because there's an issue with the plane system. That's why you can't ever take your concealed gun with you on a plane, because I could get on a plane here in Wisconsin, and let's just say I'm traveling up to Vermont, where it's very gun-friendly at this point in time. You actually don't even need a concealed handgun license. You can actually open carry and concealed carry without that. But let's just say there was bad weather and you had to divert and land in New York, and this happened to a UFC fighter. Boom, you're in New York, where you're not allowed to carry. You go to jail, you pay the fine, all that stuff. It's just ridiculous, these laws, and trying to manage this is even more ridiculous. How can they be against you defending yourself? But that's the crazy times we live in. I'm hoping to see a change. We get national carry. I think there's a bill in for it. I should look on the progress of that, because I'm curious on where that is. But things stall when they should be passed. Okay, let's change over. Oh, Joe in the chat, I got to address your comment here, because this is going to be probably hard for me to address this on air. But he says, if someone broke into my house, I would shoot him in the leg or something, and not a kill shot if possible. Well, that's an issue of itself, because then at that point, he is alive, and he can take you to court and say, I think this happened before. I can't remember where, but I did hear a story about this, where there was a robber breaking into a house, and he actually fell down and got hurt. And then the property owner got in trouble. It's like, what? This stuff is like crazy, the way this works. But yeah, they could claim anything. They could get a good lawyer to take you to the court system is rough. I'm not saying to kill somebody directly, but you kind of got to think about it if it happens, because that's rough. Let's transition on over, get some groovy music going here.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want to touch upon this article real quickly. This has actually been out for a little while. This is on the United States Department of Justice. This was on June 11th. Operation Broken Heart. Nearly 1,700 suspected child sex predators arrested during Operation Broken Heart. The Justice Department today announced the arrest of almost 1,700 suspected online sex offenders during a 2-hour-month nationwide operation. Now, this is part of the whole cleaning house, and actually connected in with the Hollywood stuff, the pedophilia, bringing down the house, tied in with Q here. Again, the media doesn't really want to cover this. There's been a lot of this stuff happening, and you have to go to non-real news sources that some people say that's fake news or whatever, but they ain't going to tell you on CNN, and even Fox has been bad about not covering stuff. This stuff is happening. Task forces in all 50 states through the months of April and May of 2019 investigated 18,500 complaints, and this was technology facilitated. They could bait these guys and bring down these pedophilia cartels. This is William Barr saying the sexual abuse of children is repugnant, and it victimizes the most innocent and vulnerable of all. So there was a lot of that being brought down. I think that has a lot to do with the indictments as well. And I think we can start seeing, well, I mean, obviously it's cleaning stuff up. We always want, and I get accused of this myself, you want to see the big stuff fall. There's a lot of happening. I want to see Hillary Clinton go to jail. I want to see Obama go to jail. These are victories, however you take them. I mean, I guess it's a big victory when you think about it. But it's just the satisfying of seeing Clinton, go away. That would be so great. But yeah, it's very yeah, Terry in the chat says it's ridiculous that the homeowner can be arrested and taken to court with a lawsuit. That's the thing. And even like me having the show, and I could say something wrong, I could get taken to court and sued, and it really makes you not want to like do anything because you don't want to lose everything. You bust your ass all your life and just to lose it over some stupid, oh, he said this about me. And like, if they can, with the money system, you can pay the highest person to angle it their way. All right, I think I'm going to cover one more thing before we wrap up today. I thank you guys for joining me. You got 71 currently watching. Much appreciated. Let's get some changeover music.
The ripping and the tearing.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So here's a very interesting thing. I thought I had to show this. Now, this was on RT. Angela Merkel. She's got the shakes, ladies and I got the shakes. German Chancellor Angela Merkel. So she met the Ukrainian president here, and she just started shaking when they stand there and listen to the band play. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna have to mute this. But for those watching, it doesn't look too bad right now. She's just standing there. I was starting to wonder if anything was going to happen. She starts shaking and starts getting really bad. Now, this particular case, they wrote off to her being dehydrated. Oh, she got some more water and she was fine. It gets really bad. If I was that Ukrainian president, I mean, you got to sit there standing straight, but he's got to be seeing that out of the corner of his eye. She is really shaking. Sure, Sean in the chat says Hitler's daughter, Parkinson's. Yeah, because there's rumors of her being Hitler's daughter. And we know, I started looking at Hitler a little bit. It looks like he had Parkinson's. He had his hand, but when he was shaking people's hands, his back, the hand behind his back was starting to shake. That's really bad right there. Look at that. I mean, at some point, it's like, they're supposed to stand there all stiff and watch, but you want to be like, where's your humanity to like say, hey, are you all right? So Mike Jackson says palsy in an elderly person is not unusual. Now he looks over a little bit. That's a long shake. At that point, you're just wondering, all right, can we walk? And there it goes, finally. So very, very interesting. Now, I would just let that one go, except later that month, it happened again. This was with the German president. Let's play this clip here. And she's up by the podium, he's speaking. And it starts going, she was offered water and she refused the water, so we know it's not from dehydration, because if it was, she would have gladly downed that cup of water. So you almost kind of think this is like a Hillary Clinton kind of thing going on. Bad health. But as a leader, that's not good. It does make you look weak. But I thought that was interesting to share. Will she have a collapse like Hillary Clinton did? Who the hell knows? All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for joining me today. Again, for those who just showed up, there's still room at ECETI if you want to come join us. Pete will be with me. Actually, I'm going to meet Pete out there. He's going to go out there for a work thing, and I'll meet up with him at the airport. But you can join us August 8th through the 11th. Go to eceti.org. Going to be a great time. We're going to see some UFOs. James Gillen was one of the people who woke me up to the UFO subject. Now to kind of come full circle, that was back in 2006, ladies and gentlemen. I always thought, I'd like to go out to that ranch. Well, now it's going to come full circle. I'm going to get to go out there finally. Again, no big conference at this one. We're just going there to enjoy the environment, each other's company. A couple people emailed me already saying that they're going to see me there. It's going to be great to make that connection again. I had this down in Sedona to meet mind-like people, and you can just easily have that discussion and get along with people. It's great to feel that. So like I said, if you were on the fence about coming, or I don't really know anybody there, but you should watch the show, it'd be cool to hang out with me and Pete, whatever. We'll be there August 8th through the 11th. You can join us. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to call it a day, a week, and we'll see you next week for some other crazy news. Again, Unidentified, last episode this Friday. Would love to hear your thoughts next week's show. Call in. All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Visit k2d4network.com today.